I say that Ramaphosa is going the wrong route. The wrong route. It's true that if you appoint somebody that's going to siphon money, like Trevor Manuel, he was the only trustee, and he siphoned money until the state pension funds was finished. I mean, there was nobody checking, there was no checks and balances, and they talk about checks and balances. But him and his girlfriend just ransacked this guy, and they say that it was Zuma. I still challenge the media to come and prove to me bank statements and all that Zuma has captured the state. It is a very strange thing that one president must be haunted, and let me tell you, it's a shame. It is one of the biggest shames that we've taken President Zuma and made him a crook in front of the whole international world. And after 22 years of being in a court, and now you will immediately say, but Stalingrad. Listen, friend, let's try Stalingrad. I've been charged for rape by my girlfriend, and you would have seen it in the news. I was totally set free and everything and found innocent, but I was there for 77 appearances, 7.5 years of my life, 8 million rand of fees. It destroyed me. Eventually, I couldn't even use an advocate. I had to defend myself. It can destroy your life. 22 years in a court is wrong. And now Ramaphosa comes and says, okay, 15,000 other people can go, and you too. And what does the IEC do? They do not even recognize the president of a country that said no more. If you say no more, no more, it means you don't have to go to prison. And then it means automatically there's no 15 months involved. How can you now suddenly turn around? No, he's got 15 months. And isn't it amazing how they can just manipulate it so that it's 15 months and not 13 or not 12 or not 10 or a year? But now suddenly, with the pardon itself, the same story. They like Afriforum. Afriforum takes debit orders of about 29 million rand a month. What do they do with it? They want to build Afrikaans universities. I mean, really? We had Potchefstroom University, it's Afrikaans, they changed it in English. We had Stellenbosch, we changed it in English. So what do you want to do? Build another Afrikaans university that's going to change in English within 2 years? We all know expropriation without compensation is coming. It's there, it's finished. I mean, we know that. So what did I do? I went and I said, in a number of discussions with President Zuma, we must introduce a system like we've got in England. The state has got all the ground, but you've got a form of ownership, a naked form of ownership with 99-year leasehold like we've had with Hong Kong. Now everybody and all capitalists are saying, but if we do that, all the property will lose its value. Why didn't it happen in England? As a matter of fact, England has got the most expensive property prices in the world. We are not saying expropriate everybody's land, and hopefully that is not the plan of the ANC. But if we get rid of Ramaphosa, we get rid of the World Economic Forum in the form of his brother-in-law, right? In fact, if you get rid of Ramaphosa, you've got no more ANC on the top. And then, why don't you have a Zulu in the top 7? My goodness gracious, the Nguni group in South Africa, you must recognize and respect as the biggest group and the only person, only one that really has a king that is active. And what did Ramaphosa do? Okay, he introduced him, then he said to him, let's go to the Soccer World Cup. Great. It wasn't safe for the Zulu King to go to the Soccer Cup, so President Zuma, the only ever good president we had after Madiba, said, listen, don't go there, it is dangerous. You're in a fragile situation with your wife. Your brother wants to kill you, there's a lot of KwaZulu-Natal killings. So don't go to the Soccer World Cup. So what did Ramaphosa do? He went quickly around, got him in the Joburg hotel. I went after, so Matsepe came out, greeted him, I went up, and I found the Zulu King with another wife that I didn't recognize. So what did they set him up to do? They set him up on drugs, okay? and they started taking the photos. This is South Africa. Set him up on drugs, and now they've got all excuses. He's in hospital, he's here, he's there, he's there. Why did Ramaphosa plan to put the Zulu King on drugs? Why did he do that? And then why did he get everybody to take photos of a naked king and humiliate him? And therefore the king doesn't even go to his palace. He stays in Balitu. I went there. The Premier of KwaZulu-Natal, under Ramaphosa's instructions, stopped the Zulu King's money. So I had to supply the Zulu King and pay for his staff. None of his staff, a Zulu King, a proud man, was humiliated in this fashion, caught by drugs. And then they can do with him whatever they want to. That is why I went to Nkandla, because I wanted to know for myself what is happening. That is why I became a friend of the Zulu King that disappeared suddenly, because they've given him drugs at the Soccer World Cup, and he was never the same. And then the fights with his brother, the killings, and all those things starts. If we shine a light of truth on South Africa, we can build the greatest nation. But if we're a steenhuisen that cannot stand for example, it's a very interesting thing. Our ministers, if they lose their job in the ANC now, 2 months, they can't pay rent. 2 months, that's a terrible system. We have to have more continuity. You have to have a person 10 years, 15 years in there, but a real person with the real qualities and not all these families. If we can get rid of Ramaphosa, and I pray that we do, and that he will. I've been to our deputy president. I like him very much. Everybody talks about Paul Mashatile, this, that. That man came through the ranks. That man came from nothing, and they talk about Alex, and people are just not used to money. A man has money, suddenly has to explain everything. SARS is on him, the police are on him. The police never made money. SARS never made money, but they come and inspect you. How's that?